Ta-da. Okay, we're good to go. We are good to go. Thankfully, our princess pointed out that you guys can see what I'm looking at, but the stuff up top, you can't see my mouse. That has the names and stuff like that was out of date. Was the old name. So yeah, I was updating those real quick. Sorry about that. Hi, honey. Hi, turtle. Hi, Hugo. What's up? Finished The Last Guardian today. It was a really good time. I've seen a few people play that game. It's definitely a neat time. I think, let's see, I watched Arhanka. I think Phoenix played it. There are a couple people that I've watched that have played that game, and I can't remember all of them. I feel like Grant played it. Cobra Grant. Might have been one more, but that's the only people I can think of right offhand. Anyway, yeah, I was busy dealing with more house stuff and doing a little bit of editing, and I got tired of it, so I just kind of said, "Forget it. I'm gonna take a shower and chill." So, ta-da! Although the shower was well over an hour, actually about 2 hours ago. Hair's still a little wet. That's okay. That's okay though. How's Thursday going? How is Thursday for everyone? I do want to throw this out there. Yo, Q, what's up, man? How you been? Throwing this out there since Collins is streaming tonight um, at 7 p.m. Pacific. Hey, Tut. Point to your Twitcher. Your views are now ad free. Those views are now ad free. Jeez, thanks, Tut.
Tut returns home. 42 months in the family, not a whole lot of people dig my jokes, so I keep them buried.
Oof. Oof. Ouch. Good thing I got some dirt on him anyway. Throw this out there. Because Collins is streaming later tonight, it'll be a return stream for him. That's going to be at 10 p.m. my time, so I'm going to try to finish up everything before 10 p.m. So I know we usually have between 30 minutes and an hour of time to talk. I'm really going to keep that around that 30-minute mark tonight, just so that I have plenty of time to beat Shovel Knight. I don't think it's going to be an issue, but I just want to make sure that, say I get a random curveball and I'm like, man, I can't beat this boss. Then I have enough time. Doing good. Just relaxing before bed. Beautiful. I guess for you it's like, what? Just after midnight? Just after 1? Big sad my work Wi-Fi kicked me off. Aw, it is 1. Woof. Will most likely be lurking while playing Baldur's Gate. Oh, are you playing Baldur's Gate 3? Hi, I love you too. Yeah, I know a few people who are playing that. Yes, Tut, I saw it. I saw the sub. I mean, no. Yeah, it came through, and I saw your message. It is funny. Death fulfilled your D&D void. Nice. My wife and I have been playing the first one, and it's been frustrating because of disconnects in multiplayer. But, it's a lot of micromanaging, so we kind of put it down for a while. We're almost done with the game, but we just haven't completed it yet. We do also have Baldur's Gate 2 to do, but a little over an hour to create my game. I believe it, with a lot of the customizations in the game. Almost too much customization. I think I got them mixed up with Gauntlet. Yeah, they're very different between Baldur's Gate and Gauntlet. I know little to nothing about Baldur's Gate, so it's interesting and pretty fun. The way I understand it, Baldur's Gate 3 is a very living environment, so it shouldn't be too hard for you to really just immerse yourself into. It didn't take you too long because you always go with what you did in D&D. I like to play around a little bit to kind of get an idea of what I can do, because it also depends on what kind of character I'm going to play. I will create someone different based off, um, what I'm playing. Be right back. I want to eat. Okay. See you soon, Hugo. Drive safe. But yeah, honestly, I had forgotten the game was coming out today. The next game that's on my radar was Armored Core 6, not Baldur's Gate. I get you. I just more wanted to see how the gameplay in general was, so I could always make some. Yeah, absolutely. I played Divinity Original Sin 2, so I'm excited to play Baldur's Gate. I also dipped my toe into Pathfinder Kingmaker. I've heard really good things about Kingmaker. A friend of ours really enjoyed Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, really enjoyed the style of gameplay, and then he played Kingmaker with Pathfinder Kingmaker and really liked it. Really liked it. He said he was able to get the game to basically play itself once he built things up to a certain point. He said it was really cool how he was able to develop everything. I didn't really get into Divinity. The only games like that I really played, I mean, I didn't really play many CRPGs. I like ARPGs. Think more like Diablo. I'm not saying that Diablo is something that my major preference, but I'm more in the ARPGs than CRPGs. So far, Baldur's Gate 3 really makes me feel like I'm playing D&D, but more single player. So I'm really happy about that, especially since I highly doubt I'll be able to play D&D again. At least not for a long time. My disassociation is just too bad for. I'm sorry, Ori. Now I don't know how it is in 3, but I know in Baldur's Gate 1, you control your entire party. So is it more like, for those who have played Dragon Age, is it more like Dragon Age, or is it more like the original Baldur's Gate games? The only thing stressful I felt was the time management at the end of Kingmaker, but a lot of mechanics didn't completely understand. Division Original Sin 2 is a death must play. Really? You like it that much, huh? Even when my disassociation was tolerable and manageable, I still struggled. And it was hard to find a group then that properly understood and meshed well with me because of it. I mean, when it comes to role playing, the group makes everything. Um, it's like playing a sport or playing any kind of game. Like you can have people that you enjoy things with and people that you don't, and it's easy for one person to ruin kind of how things are going. So I get it. I get it. It's one of my favorite Western RPGs. Huh. I've seen some people play Original Sin 2, and um, I don't know. It didn't pull me in. I guess that's the difference between watching and playing, because I don't necessarily like to just watch. I like to actively participate. It's one of the reasons why I'm not good at watching VODs. Although, if something is informative, for example, like an Elden Ring video that I'm watching interactions with, then sure, I can watch that. But I'm more listening than I'm watching. I'm not just sitting there or the entire time. So that might have been the reason why I wasn't so attached to it, because it wasn't me. It was just, kind of listening to someone else. Big agree. I just never properly fit because of it. Well, for me anyway. Completely get where you're coming from. Yeah, I love basketball. I love playing basketball, and I haven't for years. And this 2 weeks ago, was the first time I had actually played basketball in years, and I mean many years, and it felt good. But it also reminds me of times back in high school when there was a few players I just could not stand being in the court with just because of them. I want to play more of Divinity Original Sin 2, but I was playing it with someone, then they just ghosted me, so I haven't gotten back to it yet. I have a feeling I know who that person is. I have a feeling. Actually, don't. Oh, okay. That's good. I'm actually glad. I'm glad that I'm wrong. That person. Oh, shoot. Well, shoot. At first, I was like, "Well, awesome. I was wrong. It's not who I thought." Yeah. Got a lurk for an episode of Clone Wars. Oh, it's so good. What season are you on, Turtle? Considering they are still ghosting me, it's been almost a year. Yeah, they can eat it. Hi, shall we? Anyway, are we almost 30 minutes? Not quite. Okay, almost there. Also, honey, thanks again for pointing out the tabs. It is what it is. Doesn't make me as upset or whatever as it used to. You do get numb to that feeling. It's like you replace it, but it still sucks. It's still stupid. I know people don't owe you an explanation, but it's just like, I mean, even if it's just something as simple as, "Hey, look, I got a lot going on. I may not talk to you for a while," especially when you're close. You'd think that, not that you're owed that, but it would be the respectful thing to do. It still stings and is bittersweet at times, but I have other friends now and people I know I can count on. Yes, the lack of closure is definitely what messes with you. Absolutely. Yeah. No, I definitely agree with you on that. The what did I do wrong? Did I do something wrong? What was it? Especially if I did do something wrong, I'd like to know so I don't do it to others. Yeah. If it's a matter of did I say something that really pissed you off that much? It's like, why didn't you say something? Why did you just leave? Or if something really bothered you and I didn't say something, we could clear up the situation of, well, hey, I didn't say something because I didn't know how to respond, or I don't know. There's so many what ifs that it's just not worth going through and trying to play out every scenario. It's just some will, some won't, and we meet people in different times in life, and a lot of times we may meet them again later. We never know. We don't know what they're going through, and it would just be nice to understand. The more I think about it, this and that, I don't think I did anything. I've thought about it a lot. Talked about it. The last convo we had was literally about Care Bears. Oh, yeah. That's ironic how the last conversation you can think of is something so lighthearted and just kind of fun, or a normal conversation. And then it's just like, eh. Although at times I do get it. There are times that I was just like, whatever. But not for long. I forced myself to snap out of that. There's a dryer. Anyway, despite the situation, doesn't mean that it hurt any less. So sorry. Yeah, it is what it is. I'm a better place now, and I have lovely friends. Yeah, some of them are pretty cool. I think they know who they are. Yeah, I dig this game so much. I should just put a shovel in the background and just leave it there. Just leave it right there, so you guys can just stare at it the entire time while I'm playing. Make all the jokes you guys want. Anyway, Collins, what's up, man? How you doing? I saw on Twitter that your stream is back on. Love you lots, though, Crimson. You're lovely, and it's always a pleasure time here in your streams. I appreciate it, Ori. I try. I try to make it warm, welcoming, and an escape if people need it. Not bad, man. Yourself? Yes. Yeah, I saw, and I was like, all right, that's what we're gonna do tonight. I'm excited to see you back and listen. I spent the last 2 days fixing audio issues instead of practice. Look, you're gonna be fine. Like we've listened to you before, and it's not like it's anything that you sit there and just go do 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 do. Okay, thanks guys. No, it's you've got something solid, so don't stress it too much. Yeah, audio. That's actually what I'm waiting on right now. Um, let's see if it'll actually let me download it. Did it? Oh, right. Okay. Good grief, that scared me. Cass, was that you? It was Cass. Jeez. Audio issues is always the bane of people's like, streaming existence. It can be a struggle. Yes, it can. Hearing is definitely way better than smelling that. I agree. My audio issues is usually rooted in me forgetting to turn something on. Or your audio issues are tied to the fact that you don't click going live so no one else hears you. Or start streaming, whatever it's called. Whatever program you use. Hey! Dang, called out. You got called out in. Oh shoot! I think I'm in 14. I think I'm in 1440 right now. I don't think I'm in 720. I think my canvas. That's why. Yeah, my camera's. Hold on. Oh. I think I'm trying a stream this weekend. If I had energy. Okay. All right, let's try this again. Still, still grainy to me. I just have everything ready beforehand, so the chances of audio issues are slim, but never zero. Yeah. See, here's the thing. I want everyone to have the end user experience, so you get to experience them live. I'm like the Bethesda of streaming. There will be glitches and problems and things. You get to see them live. My friendly neighborhood. Is that the one that has the like kind of weird, I don't want to call it weird, but different style of animation? Um and it's kind of like a horror game if I recall. It's a game I've wanted to play for ages now. I'm super excited for it to be released. The Bethesda of streaming. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Hey, Kess. That's the best description I've heard. Okay. I mean, Kess, am I wrong? Am I? I mean, how many times have I had to fix so many things live on stream? Like, you guys watch me do it. Welcome back, Hugo. You just missed me describing my streamer experience. I said I'm like the Bethesda of streaming because of all the issues that I fix on stream. You guys are going to see something that Kess just shared with me. Holy cow. That's bright. That is a bright website. Wow. Shoot. I was not ready to be blinded by that. Hello. Um, yeah, I'm gonna go grab dinner. I'll be right back. Yeah, either that or something more chill, cute. So, or are you gonna stream yourself? Is that what I'm hearing? What? Oh, wait, was I too right or something? Forget the analogy. My stuff is just low key. Sometimes I just have an audience. Sometimes I'm just playing. Yeah, I know that feeling. You go. I definitely know that feeling. Oh, what? That scary or something, Ori? Imagine the. Blah! I have more Pokemon things too, and things coming in tomorrow. I got stuff to look forward to. What's an audience? I think it's when people like me hang out with you on YouTube. Last Guardian was a good palate cleanser. It's a pretty smooth, kind of. I mean, at times it's kind of a sad thing. Debating on ordering another display shelf thing soon. You need more things to put Pokemon things on. Let's see here. What if you had? I have an idea for you. Okay, don't judge me by my art. I cannot draw. Um, oh wait, why do it on this one? Duh. I did not mean to do that. Frick. Hold on. Mm, there. I think that's right. No, it's huge now. I'll have to fix that. that again. That sucks. Um. Oh no, it erased all my settings. Okay. Oh well. I'll fix them later. I will fix them later. Okay, my idea, Ori. Okay. I don't need that. So, you said you wanted a display. Ooh, that's cool. Oh, it's an eraser. Crayon. No. Spray paint. Full paint. Pen. Okay. Um. That's so darn cool. I like that. We'll use. We'll use that. Okay. So we need like a blue green. Okay. Need some reference. So this is a straight on view. Good. It's a straight on view. I think this needs to be bigger. There. No. This. Okay. Black line. Race. Oh no, I can do this. This is really bad. I wonder if I can just make shapes. Ah, I can. Okay. We'll do that. Hold on. Ori, I promise I have an idea. There. There. Okay. And then we want to the color about here. And then another circle. No. Maybe a little big. Here. Yeah. I'm going to change that to this color. Not black. These don't match for color. Okay. Here and about there. And then that bucket. No, there. Why? No, why? So here's what we'll do. You know what? No, let's just make it awful because it is funnier. Okay. Eyeballs. It's black dot. Okay. And then we need some of those blue ears. And then yes, I know it looks cursed, but I have an idea. So then we draw. Now we have the circle. So in here, change the color, make it white, make it black, make it black. And then we need some brown. So in here, that is not what I want. Brushes. Let's do one of these bad boys. Oh, wait, what? No, inside. There we go. Okay, so let me catch up with chat. Doo-doo-doo. I love him so much. Yes. He does look like a cursive G. Okay, so Ori, my horrible drawing. It's Munchlax, but it if I had a pen, I could do way better on my phone. Yeah, I could do so much better if I didn't have to use my mouse. I'm not good at drawing with this. I'm a little bit better with my with something like a pen piece of paper. That's why you tell people I'm a reverse coconut. Okay, I got to go back and read all that. Anyway, my idea was your shelving unit would be like the silhouette of a Munchlax. In the mouth, you could have your slots to put your Pokemon on. Okay, thanks for looking at that horrendous display. I don't think I like this. I like the change the camera. Come on. Yeah, that's annoying. Oh well, it is what it is for now. I'll fix it later. Okay, let's catch up on all the stuff that I missed. Um, Boyfriend's also Mexican. Got my computer now. Okay. Well, the detail in the background you gave it. My only nitpick is that it seems like you're talking really fast, like you're rushing. Kind of felt like I was watching at 1.25 speed. Well, that's because I edit my audio, and I'm also a fast talker because of my Mexican background. So you're not the only one who's told me about my speed. Yay, Turtle's got me on the computer. Yay, welcome back. Mexican. Oh, nice. Native Alaskan mother is white, dating a Mexican. That is awesome. That is, yes. Welcome to America, where we meet so many different kinds of people, and I love it. Bring everyone together. Tries to face, that was an error. I'm just a Mexican who happened to be born in America. A little Hispanic native Alaskan child. Come, your voice is very quiet, and I have my volume up at 100. Um, there you go. I'll turn it up a little bit. People get confused with me because they think I'm white because I'm light skinned or I'm half white. I mean, okay. In the summertime, if I spend a lot of time outside, I had someone tell me that I look Indian, like Indian. I mean, it's only a small thing. Hell, I watch a lot of ACG, and he's speedy in his delivery in his old videos. Yeah, I understand that. I too am often assumed to be white. Stepped away for a minute. Gonna see if I can guess Crimson's drawing. David Cronenberg Batman. Ouch. Thanks, Collins. Thank you. Yeah, Ori knew exactly what I was doing. Thanks, Ori. The artist backs me up. I even said it was going to be awful. But yeah, I can't. For the life of me, I cannot draw with a mouse. But you give me like a pencil or something, I'm a lot better. It looks like less garbage. Like a pencil, I can draw all right with a few pencils of different weight, I think it's called. You know, I mean, even though you don't know anything about Pokemon, ooh, excuse me. But to be fair, Batman was probably the next best guess. That might be due to your great hair. I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, my hair is it's pretty long now. It's down between my shoulder blades now, but it's still not long enough to donate. I'm almost there. Almost. Huge Pokemon fan, so I have an advantage. I mean, to be fair, yeah. Yeah. But anyway, I'm gonna have to go through and figure out the settings that I had for the camera to set this back right. Because I feel like it's just hi guys. It's creepy to me. Don't know how I dodge Pokemon. I'm a walking nerd trope otherwise. Um, maybe it was your friend group? Do I have a noise gate on, by the way? Um, what do you mean? Like if I scream at my microphone, it'll cut the volume out? I'm wondering if that might have been causing some of the mic stuff. Sorry, my words are literally just disappearing. Well, so I don't have a noise gate, but I have background. I got background noise removal. Oh, then yes, I do. Yes, I do. Because like, okay, so talking here normally, So that's what it does. It removes all that stuff. Like, I mean, as you can see, yes, RTX voice. Well, it's NVIDIA broadcast now, but that's exactly what I use. And I mean, I did also accidentally make my mic full volume right before stream by mistake, and I had to lower it, so I may have lowered it too low. That's one thing I don't like about it is the the voice removal because you can't sing with RTX voice on, which is fine for me because if I do, you don't hear it. Ah, use OBS's built-in noise suppression stuff. Oh, well, I use it because if I didn't, it would sound like you were being abducted by aliens in a snowstorm in, you know, Russia because of all the noise and everything in the background. Yeah. I was just wondering in case something. Oh no, I got you. This one, really, really, really inexpensive. Is it the Neewer 8000 USB? Oh, um, I think it's dynamic. I don't know. Let's look it up together. For 8000 USB. It's a condenser mic. I had a 50-50 chance to be wrong. I don't know much about technology, if you couldn't tell. Hi, Sultry. Part of me wants to get a different mic, only because I still have issues with my Elgato Wave. Isn't as bad now, though. Let's put it this way, Collins. Will there ever be a time in my life where I want to nerd out about a microphone? Could I listen to you talk about microphones for a while? Yeah. See, like, there are times that I just wish that I had a team of people that I could say, okay, do this. Let me just be the face on cam. Here's the content. Do stuff with it. Let me have fun. You do the work. I wish. But that's not how it works. Unless you make a significant income and can afford to pay a staff. Remember when I first got it? I absolutely hated this. Oh, it absolutely hated Discord. And I sounded like I was in water or far away. However, I like that I have my own audio mixer channels with my Elgato. That's cool. But I know that, for me, I've been told, wow, you have such a professional sound. Yep. And I have a cheap mic. Cass, if I had the money, I would honestly consider it. Not even joking. Let's say I'm still trying to afford living in the house, let alone having a staff. I don't have that kind of money. Those separate channels, super, super helpful. Like if I want to have to play music, keep myself focused and play through. Yeah, that's something that I don't know how to do, Ori, is have your like music audio and different things separated so you can listen to stuff, but it doesn't come through stream. Could I watch a video on it and figure it out? Yeah. Have I spent the time to do it? No. That kind of technical stuff, I just I don't enjoy it. And yeah, anyway. Look, if I didn't have filters on my $50 mic, I would sound like Jack in the Box trailer. Yeah, because I use I have NVIDIA Broadcast for the noise cancellation, and I have Voice Mod for a clean filter. So that's what I use. That's how I'm able to sound the way that I do. Because if I turned all that off and just had my regular voice coming through the mic, it would sound something.
It would sound more like this, instead of being so smooth.
But then we get this nice voice enhancer, and it sounds great. Okay, Ori, nice catch. Togetic. I think if I want to get anything new in a technical standpoint and equipment, it'd be a new camera. Really a webcam, but one for cart. Oh, true. Well, I mean, at that point, you can just use an old cell phone. Just that's what Manic does. I have an expensive mic, and I suck at mixing it for streaming. My cell phone doesn't work for it for some reason. That's ironic. I don't know why. Ooh. Hey, this conversation doesn't have to end just because I'm going to put on a game. Also, nobody laughed at the mic change. Like, nobody. That was funny. I was proud of that, dang it. So I'm like, no point. I tried multiple times and never got it to be good. Let's get to shoveling. Also, I forgot the voices, so if they're completely different from Monday, sorry. Don't know why. How's there? Is that much better? Yeah, I don't know why it was louder. That shovel of hope. That's right. Maybe up a little bit? Okay. Okay, so we're gonna go from negative 31.4 decibels to positive 15. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Okay. Here we go. Okay, what am I doing now? This is also fine. Right. Sharpen thy shovel. Everything sounds good? Awesome sauce. Nothing there? I knew you were gonna do that game. I just knew it. Wing. Ah! Yes. But anyway, back to the whole mic thing. The mic that I got was a recommendation from my brother, who is an audio nut. And everything has to be perfect. Which is fine. I appreciate that about him, is that he's able to give great advice about having a solid, microphone, good sound, good mixes, all that stuff. That would be my older brother. I just felt there's something there. Came home with there's no parking. Well, that's dumb. Aww. Whoa, excuse you, sir. Oh. I was hoping I could bounce it back. Yeah, this is happening. Got it. Yeep! Despite all my rage, I'm just a cog in a wheel. Let's see. Secret! At least I can bounce in this. Yes! Sultry loves smashing pumpkins. I mean... like at Halloween, or do you mean like, you know, any time of the day? Oh gosh. Yes! I remember the right button. The band, silly. Ay-ya-ya. Oh. I was kidding, by the way. Hey! Punks? Yeep. Okay. Okay, I'm just hoping there's no secret there. You know, I can understand why people like smashing pumpkins. I get it. I get it. Huh? Yeah. As my wife yells downstairs for pumpkin pie. Oh, you're new. Wow, you go. Wow. Pumpkin pie is delicious, dude. It's so good. Oh, I knew I was gonna jump into that. Music. Ha! Get shot in the face with a fireball. I'm particular about my vocalists. Perfectly timed. Yeep! My stream is going to be 100% Smashing Pumpkin songs. I kid. Lemons. Nah. Is there anything over there? No. Those are cool. Sweet. There's a red knight. I didn't mean to press that. Metallic is another hatred. I can make a high majority hate. Maybe I don't care for Metallica or AC/DC. I can kind of understand some of those. I kind of get it. It's overplayed. What the hell in Houston? Pearl Jam though? Alright. You probably don't like Tool either, do you? Or Fuel. Tool's fine. Eddie. Fair. I guess. Aw, man. I did it again. It's like IO Slave, but not slave. You go to that's interesting to me. You're actually listening to Tool the other day. Huh. Soundgarden is one of my favorites of all time. David Bale, Chris Cornell. Yeah, I think you're right. I think. Yeah, we gotta be like this game. What you gotta do me like that? I forgot I had this ability. Yo! Sweetness. It's the freaking jackpot, man. Alright, what you got for me? Yes. Mobile gear, ride over hazards and reach higher places. Yes, please. Oh, you... No. Oh. It's so cool to get that, and I don't have enough for it. Alright, we're gonna do it this way. Maybe not. I'm okay with five-fingered... Wait, you like five-finger fruit punch? Undead with all of my being. To each their own, man. To each their own. I also had a buddy who, he liked five-finger death punch. And the first time I heard them call a five-finger fruit punch, I laughed hysterically and was like, yep, that's the name from now on. No, he doesn't wear tap out. Although, crap. Got it. Hold up. Did I just get something from that? Oh! Ah! This armor makes me slide. Like if I'm running. I've got a little bit of momentum, so I don't just stop immediately. And I forgot that. Oops! I got a fish. And a death. Yes. I about did it again. I about did it again. Gotcha. Okay. We can do this. All three. Okay, I thought the fish... But they were supposed to give me money. It's not. Alright, I'm gonna have to be perfectly smooth with this. Okay. That's not bad. I just can't die again. Goodbye! Oh, you punk. You know, I'm not used this ability yet. Let's see what it does. Oh, I straight up just punch things? That's cool. Also, this music is pretty awesome. Perfect. Okay. Okay, I don't know how I'm gonna pull that off. Okay. Okay. I did play Panzer Paladin, and I enjoyed it. I thought the weapon crafting system was really neat. The fact you could create your own weapons in the game, like, that just was like, I'm like, this is the coolest thing ever. When a game gives you that kind of power, like, this is freaking cool. That was, besides playing the game, that might have been like my favorite aspect of the game. Being in the mech where you could just sit there and like, all right, I want a sword. Okay, I want an axe. I want whatever I can draw. You know, that was neat. And there are some people that have some incredible talent for creating an 8-bit like that. I'm just thinking, like, dang. I could only do basic stuff, and because the way the things were set up, I couldn't draw what I wanted because the middle line wasn't the middle. So you had to make everything 2 square, because they were even numbers instead of being an odd number. So if you want to do something special with it, you couldn't. Yeah, buddy. Okay, that's interesting. Okay. Yeah, so Ori, would you rather have an odd number or an even number of grid lines to draw on when you're creating things? I didn't like that it was even because it made everything feel very square. You know, it's just 100 and some. Whatever. Yeah, Panzer Paladin was a good time. IGG. Just the right game for me to play streamer. Do it. Do it right now. Well, if we want to get it in your proper age group, how about Pong? Don't have an opponent. It's yourself, GG. What do you mean by grid lines? Oh, that's a... Yo, that's trippy. Hey, Shuma, what's up? I will have to... I'll have to show you. Okay, now I'm forced to use the new tool I just got. And now I'm dead. Lines like a grid, like graph paper. Yeah. You gotta be kidding me. Why would you shovel me? Woo, buddy, that was close. I don't know if there's a way for me to actually get those back. Nope. Bonks him with a shovel. Dang! That's how you murder people. Oh! Squish! I kind of like the... slowness, though. Dang it! Why are you allowed to shovel me? Wait, hold on. Now it's time. Ah. I'm Punch Man. Oh no! Oh my gosh! I thought I was gonna die. Woo! I mean, that is fair. Shuma did try to attack you with a chainsaw once. Because I'm married to you. And? It's Mega Man Show. It's Mega Shovels Man. What's up, Tug? It is the Tug. Kicking it over there with some Street Fight. I'm almost dead. I just realized that I'm almost dead. Okay. Maybe I should be paying attention a little bit more. Yep. All right, let's get this fish. It does? Okay, so the fish, the blue fish heal me. Interesting. Oh! I was a sword! Why could I not get it? Aw, it makes me sad. It was a sword. This is the most fishing I've ever seen in Shovel Knight. Well, I'm almost dead, Tug. So... Ah, it's an apple. There we go. That's better. You know... Nah, we're not gonna chance it. Just die like old Smooth Brain. No. Nah. Nah. That's what I would do. Yeah, thank you. Goodbye. We're gonna have sad Crimson. I mean, I'm not sad. Oh, geez, I hate these things. Well. Whoa! The timing on that. The timing on that was beautiful. Only that. Yeah, I know, right? The timing on that was beautiful. Moss, move a pole. 10 Shovel Boys lost equals 10 Crimson Cheeks on the floor. I mean, I don't even think I've died 10 times in the game yet. Maybe I have. I don't know, to be honest with you. I haven't, well, let's put it this way. I have not put myself up to a challenge. Come on. Whew, okay, I'm alive. Yeah, I do. I've got Tut. Thank you. That's pretty cool. I like that effect. Oh, boss time. It's Tinker Knight.
Ah! Did you make all that noise? I can't think straight. I have so much work to do.
Just work on letting me pass, little friend.
Oh, big words, Tin Man. I'll show you a thing or two.
Oh. This is not the fight. Really? I feel bad. Okay, so every time you hit him, he jumps. I was like, please tell me there's a phase 2. I love the wiggly text effect. I have no idea how to pronounce it, but I love it. There we go. Okay, that's better. Oh. Okay, this is a boss fight. Oh. Oh, come on. Did I not bounce on that? Go. Oh, he's just the right angle that I can't. I am going to die in this boss fight. I took it for granted. Okay, I like this. That's my cue to go to bed. Okay, so I'm gonna be more careful with this boss fight now. Or I'm just gonna take as many hits as I did last time. Ori, I do hope you sleep well, friend. Boom. Okay. This is better. Ah! I did not mean to press that. May I have my stuff, please? This is a sweet boss fight. Oh, I didn't even need to use that. Aw, man. Thank you. I'm glad the pogo is pretty high on this. And thank you. Discord poppin' heard that. Well, I mean, a little bit tug. That's 2 that I've seen. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see how many deaths I have total. If I had to guess, let's go with 12 total. La 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 la. You know, we'll fight him real quick. Oh, this is an actual fight. This is cool. What magic is this? Phantom. Ooh, I have one for this. Okay, we're back. Let's try this again.
Working? Yes. Yes. What? Yes. Power. Honor. The traits of a respectable warrior.
Sir, I don't believe we've met. Oh, anyway, forget it. We meet today on the field of battle. We have both defeated many knights and traveled far. Today, we fight. Stand aside. You and I have no reason to battle. Conflict is a reason unto itself. Brave knight, today you will be tested. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Doop-a-doo, this boss is freaking cool. It's a shame that I'm just, styling on him. Oh, whoa, okay, this is cool. So he's lightning. Testes. Your skills are as vast as I thought. I shall follow your journey from the shadows. Farewell, Shovel Knight. Ooh. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. That was absolutely worth the fight. Okay. I still don't know how to get that. Wait, yes I do. Got it! We'll wait for that. Yep. Dun, ta-da! Okay. Now, there was a way. I don't know how. Only plebs walk. Alright, Tug, you ready for this? Ah! Oh well. Thank you for the gift. Right on wheels. Oh. No, we're gonna find out how many times I've died. Double trouble, soil and shovel. My tired eye knows your useless infos. Excavatio. The number of dig piles you've dug up is 50. Aurum infiniosa. The amount of gold you've collected is 95,936. Thanato refutatum. Number of times you've fallen back. Oh, I've died 36 times. Temporum perpetua. Total time you've spent adventuring is 3 hours, 27 minutes, 20 seconds. I magically see all your acts. Come back again for useful facts. Thanks for helping me, kindly witch. I'm not a witch. So yeah, 32 deaths. Oh. Lame. Oh yeah, I already got that. La 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 la. La 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 la. Oh wait, can I get more? Oh, just shy. Just shy. What's up? I didn't even know these guys were here. You're a chicken. I do say so. Why, I haven't seen such a decadent airship since I sold mine. Ha!
Horns, the finest instruments, but they do only really come to life in a duet.
Wow. You pay that squat that down, you got a USA that in trillions. Wow. I am annoyed that it was that simple to get. Well, you want 30 squats right now? Is that what you want, Tug? Is that what you want? Fine. Fine, Tug. Just for you. I'm too tall for this, so... Two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 6, 27, 28, whoop, 9, 30. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna do this half booty. Debts are paid. Well done. Thank you. Well, yeah, I had to. So I had to put my back against the wall because, like, with how tall I am, the slant. Here, I don't know if you can see it. So the slant in the wall, like, I'm up against the slant. So I had to get my form straight, and then I could start get my back set up. So yeah, I feel it in my quads. It's been a while since I've done some squats. It's shoveling time. Oh, that's dirty. Especially if they don't come back. I had a feeling. This level is a platformer's dream. Oh no, I probably needed that. Oh, no, I didn't. Oh, nice, turtle. Thank you for working out with me. Not leaving me to my lonesome. Oh, it does fall. Okay. That was a nice little sweat, wasn't it? Oh, you little punk. That definitely got my my heart rate up, Tug. Dang. I said it. Get your heart rate up a little. I know you said you were sweating there a little bit, turtle. Chapstick, that's in my car. Should have done them too, sitting here applying a bowl. Oh, dude, is it frosted mini wheats? Or just regular mini wheats? Oh, you're a punk. That's what you do? I don't like you. Oh, I knew that was going to happen. I knew that was going to happen right there. All the yes. Frosted shredded wheat is really good. That's cool. It's a good thing you did not tug. Get all hot and bothered. So he's like, don't worry. It's over here plowing down on my, on my cereal. Like a good married man, right? No! Dang it! That was 1,000! Man! I finally figured out I am a punk. I mean, you're you. Aw, there goes my little sparks. Frosted mini wheats are one of my favorite cereals. Not the favorite, but one of the favorites. Easy top 5. Easy top 5. I guess that's how you do that. I don't know why I did that. I have no idea why I was like, alright, let's just bounce on the spikes. I just spit. Oh, you little punk. Bye. I do like the level design. Overall, I do like the level. It has some challenge to it. Oops. Okay. Much better. Is it awesome already? Oh! Sweet. I'm just gonna complain about being a streamer's girlfriend. And I was like, welp. Why is that, Sultry? The chat is curious. So that's how that works. My display name was the depressed face on Discord. Posted his channel and forgotten about that and had to change it back to TKQ. TKQ. Wait, what? Display name. Oh, okay. Yes. I have a sword! You like me sword knight now? I mean, you can be... I mean, you're still your own identity. Like, I mean, I suppose. But, I mean, like I said, you're still yourself. Like, just like, you know, Princess is still her. She's still her, you know, it's not like... She's not still an individual. I mean, yes, she's my wife. But... I suppose I understand the awkwardness there. I get it. Wanting to reflect him in a positive light. Not have any... Any questions of like, hey, what's going on? I guess, but I don't know. Ah. I don't really have a good answer for that, to be honest with you. Son of a gun. That was a lot to lose because of hasty decisions there. Found the cuties! What's up, Manic? I was fast enough on my time, I can just paused it. Oh, okay. That's the way it is. Good gems? Yeah, a bunch of them. A new ability that can fly through the air with a sword. Pretty darn cool. Mega Man X, Air Dash. Yes, it is. Oh, man, I've been thoroughly impressed with this game at every avenue. Like, every turn has been really good. Everything has just been so freaking good. Oh, hello? Wait. Yeah, I've never played this before. This is my first time. Everything that you see is my first experience with it. Anyone that would judge him, that is not a good friend, I think. That's great. It is about you. Yeah, first playthrough. Most of the stuff that you see on stream is going to be a first playthrough. Get ready to what? Get ready. Plus the runs on there. Part of streaming community and stuff. So we have this, that. We're good. Oh, the timing. That was beautiful. Ah. Okay, that backflip was nice. Oh, thank goodness. Thanks, Cass. Appreciate you, buddy. There's gonna be something up there. I said there's just no way there's nothing there. That just seemed too obvious. It's Mega Man, Castlevania, DuckTales, and a touch of... Yeah, Super Mario Bros. 3. I can agree with all that. Hey! Please let me down. Thank you. Oh. Yeah. I wasn't fast enough to get that. Bye-bye, Mousy. Yeah, we've got to... We're getting all that back. Yeah, the Super Mario Bros. 3, I absolutely feel it. All my gems are back. Oh, I don't like this. Going down. Oh. Okay. Ah. Oh, yeah, I pressed the button, but it's too late. The question for Putty Retro Nerd is Shovel Knight, Pogo, Zelda 2, or DuckTales? That's a great question, Tug. I would say it's probably closer to, Man, that's tough. I think it's a little closer to DuckTales. Oh yeah, DuckTales game. Yeah, I would say Manic's right on that. I would agree. Retro Nerd. Oh, this is the boss. Propeller Knight. Ah, my petite blue friend. The sunset. She is beautiful, no?
Get down here and face me, you gyroscopic jester. Oh, so rude. My crew, they were not hospitable? My ship, was it not magnificent? I'm not here to be entertained. I must reach the Tower of Fate. All business, no pleasure. Such a shame. Very well, then on guard. Whoa! I'm fine. I am fine. I am not fine. Excuse you? I do not like you. Hi-ya! Stupid propeller.
I am a retro nerd, but apparently much older than Tug. I jumped on the retro train before games got into the modern age. Yo, Patty, hello! Oh, we're having a dream. We've got to catch Shield Knight.
I'm coming! I said I'm coming!
Got you. Okay, got it.
More treasure.
Oh, snap, I got a meal ticket. Yeah, buddy. Uh-oh, we're almost done. Bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Yes. The not Dr. Whiteley levels. Exactly. Where am I going? Oh, yeah. Is this for max life right here? Sweet. No, not yet. We're gonna buy the armors first. Hey. Probably don't have enough. Put those on. Max stamina one day. Wait, I do have enough. Okay, I have all the armors, except for that one. For some reason, that one's unavailable. Because even the red armor is this one, purple armor is that one, silver is that one, black is this one, and the gold one does not look like that. Like if you put the gold one on, see? Not the same. You just look cool. I mean, all you do is you just do flips and stuff. Maybe. I do like the red armor. But I've gotten too used to not being knocked back.
Okay.
Oh, here we go. Sweet.
Ready.
That's definitely an X thing. I'm glad I checked this every level. I don't even know how to use the chalice things. Like, what do they do? Oh. Oh. Okay. Pretty much only use the red chalice. Well, I got two not knowing what they did. Okay, that was an incredibly sweet save. That was cool. Nope. I don't like this. Is the rain supposed to be acid rain? That's a great question. I don't know. It does look like acid rain, doesn't it? Huh. Because I hadn't even taken a moment to look at it. Ooh, red griffin. That's a bomb. That was mean. That was so mean. Oops. That's exactly what just happened there, Cass. 110%. Ah, that works. That works out perfectly. Prime time. I was really hoping I could throw the bomb away. Okay, so how in the world am I supposed to get those? Wait. Oh my gosh! I got my stuff back just to jump off, not paying attention. Money to that crypto. Well, because I pressed up B to do that, and I didn't have the sword on, so I just kind of fell to my death. Jeez. So you watched that moment get clipped, but not my incredible save that I had a little bit ago. It's like, nah, he didn't just do that. I know, I totally just did. Bring back memories of Tears of the Kingdom. Jeez. Yes. Okay, like that. Oh no. This is a massive reminder. All right. To Mega Man X 6. Like, so many reminders of X6 with this. Yeah, it's over for now. I should have known better. I should have known better. But at least here. Please come back. Thank you, Bubble. Or not. Ah! I wouldn't have known better. I should have known better. Just because of how many Mega Man games I played. That thing's annoying. Yeah, we have to have max height. Okay. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! I about got smashed. Alright. I could have made it to the other side, but we're gonna play it safe. I like how all of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom I didn't learn how to flurry rush until I faced the final boss. Okay. Oh, man. Okay, I love the fact this game is pulling from so many other levels, like things that it's taught you to do in the past. To relive. I love that aspect. When games teach you a mechanic and then reuse it later, that's good stuff. This is my little sequelizes. It's called Themey. One more. Yeah. What is that? Hey! Oh. Can I reflect that? Aha!
me almost 2 whole games to learn the mechanic. Hey, it doesn't matter. You still learned it. Doesn't matter how long it took, you learned it. That's the key part. That's a bomb. Oh, it's not a bomb! Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, we're sword and flying. Bum, 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 bum. Dude's got a crimson blade. Just saying. Phew. Shovel Knight. Shovel Knight! This one's something called Ghost. When you get near the... Shut up! I don't... Yeah. Shut up! I don't need you! Those things are called Hammer Jones. I don't feel sorry for you. Nice. Nicely done, Tug. I got the reference now. It took me a second. So many Pokemon on the screen. That's good. Surprisingly, I beat the final boss. I got some music. Second try and learned from my mistakes. I thought I would die 10 times since people said it was really hard. But I was prepared. And that's how you clean up. Okay. Oh, there, you can break them all. Okay. I was like, dang, I chose the right spot first try. Dang. Oh, what the? Oh, that makes so much sense if you look at the yeah. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Uh-uh. Now I have to pay attention to things. Yeah, I don't like this. Whew. Trippy. Very trippy. Alright. Boss time. Oh, it's you again! Shovel Knight, stop! You're meddling, and turn back now. This is your last chance. I will reach her, Black Knight, even if I have to go through you. Black Knight, are you guarding my tower? Have you finally decided to join us? You may kneel and pledge your loyalty now. For the last time, I answer to no one. Very well. Here's a tiny taste of the power you spurned. Black Knight! I warned you to stay away! Okay. What in the world did I just get into? Oh, that's cool. Bring it. What the heck? That's so cool! I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Okay. Dadgum. Oh my gosh. Middling is my middle name. Oh, is it really? I wonder if I can just... Nice. Come on. Oh, those... Okay, those hurt. So now that I understand the fight, it's fun, but it's also easy. Oh, dang it. As I get hit and miss. Oh, come on. Punch him. There we go. Da 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 da. This has gone far enough. Whatever you've been trying to do, you can't reach her. You may be right. She may already be lost. But I can't let go of hope. By now, surely you can see who I'm trying to save. I do. Do you know a way to bring her back? I haven't tried anything beyond words. Her magic is so powerful. I didn't have the courage. Go! Just don't hurt her, or you'll have to answer to me. That's not a very big threat. I'm perfect on time. Bum, 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 bum. Goodbye. Alright. Please. Thank you. There's more? Ah, yeah, there's one more. Bunk. Ah, well, yeet. What's up? All right. Maybe this is the last level. Justice in spades. Ah, man. Already dead. Buddy, I'm so glad they didn't put a spike there, because I would have been dead again. Thank you, game. Ugh. This is absolutely reminding me of, like Wily stages and stuff like that. Absolutely is. I like the music though, guys. Yeah, it's so good. Wait. Oh, no. I didn't turn into goop. What was the point of taking all that damage then? So I took all that damage thinking I could have those guys fall into the lava and make it turn green. You know what? Turtle, I can see why. I can see why this would remind you of the messenger. I get it. Didn't account for that, did you? Goodbye. I hate these things. I really don't like these. The gimmick was neat once, but a whole bunch of times, no. Because now I'm dead. Dang it. Just a whole beating a boss. That kind of be your friend. There are some games that are like that. Yeah, this gimmick is neat, but I don't like it all the time. Like I said, it's neat. That's why I don't like it. The kingfish and fruit, long may his stem grow. Refills all. Nice! Now I see why you use the red one, Tug. Oh crap, it came back. Red one is popular with adventurers. Yes, it is. Okay. Please be a save. Thank you. Adventurers' diseases. It's time. It's tight. And that's exactly why that's there. Exactly why that's there. Right. I've never cared for the auto-scrollers. Ever. The panic that they give you is great for a programming perspective. But like, overall, it's just not fun. Because, like, you're trying to figure out the path on the fly. Should be the end. Oh. Wow. That's dirty. But at least they give you health at the end. That's nice. Checkpoint? Bombs. Bombs. All right. What fresh hell am I falling into now? Oh, well, this is rich. Who let this peasant in here to spoil our sumptuous supper? Hardly a surprise that you've yet again set foot where you don't belong. We should punish you.
You're in deep now. We want a rematch.
My new plans have no flaws. You can't win this time. A battle royale, then. Marvelous. Who will go first? Pass the salt. Or pass the salt. I have to fight all these dudes again? What? There's no way. Okay, there's one. Ah, okay. Right, forgot about this phase. I didn't. 1, 2, over. Dang it, I missed it again. There we go. Nightmare Rhythm back. Okay, there's one. You can take out 8 dudes. I did not mean to grab that. Heck, half these fights I don't even remember doing. Oh, there's number 2. This is absolutely like Mega Man games. This guy sucks. It's like Spider-Man versus Bonesaw. Well, actually, that's hurting me. Okay. So if I can heal after every one, that's not too bad. No. Dang. All right, mole boy. Oh, that's so good. On guard. Wait, I have iframes if I've damaged them? I just caught on to that. Well, that makes this game a lot easier that I never caught on to that fact. I actually think Plague Knight was the one that I struggled with the most. I think this is one of the more interesting fights. Ugh. I love Plague Knight's music fight. Favorite in the game. It's extremely fun. I think aesthetically, I like this one the best. I should say that for last.
Oh, come on. It would have been really funny if they just called this one Death Knight. Or Night Knight. Also, wait.
Give us a hand, Shovel Knight. You wouldn't leave us hang here, would you?
How do I help them? How do I help? I don't want to attack them and knock them off. Oh, okay.
My defeat is of no concern. The Enchantress cannot be stopped by any mere mortal. My castle, my luxury, my fiefdoms, my chandeliers! Curse you, Shovel Knight!
Yeah.
I have to hand it to you. You have superior digging technique. We should share notes.
No amount of...
Wait, hold on. What was this guy? I forgot this voice.
No amount of wealth is worth the headache that awaits you. Good luck, doomed hero.
I mean, I have your strength, yeah, but I'm still far more clever. Watch out! Ah, how invigorating, how uplifting. If all your quests are this much fun, I should go with you. There are substantial inadequacies in my hydraulic actuators. Considerable iteration is warranted. I meant what I said. You should still join us.
Or,
I meant what I said.
oh wait, there's more? Dun 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 dun. It's the final showdown. DMCA. It's shoveling time. Uh-oh. Well, that was fun. Not. Okay, I have to fall. I'm forever falling. Oh, I'm not a fan. I'm getting like Mega Man 2 vibes from this. Is it 2? Which one is it that has the dragon? I forget. Yes, okay, that's what I thought. I'm helping. Now I have to... I've got to go to YouTube to watch... Yeah, sorry. It's a beautiful night, isn't it?
Shield Knight, Come with me. Let us leave this place. How pitiful. Clinging to false hope. Chasing ghosts. So have you come to slay me, knight? To avenge your beloved? Gaze into my eyes. See how fearful I am. Watch me cower as you draw your blade. I don't need a blade to fight evil. Shield Knight, I know you aren't lost forever. You haven't the slightest hope of defeating me, but I won't stop you from trying. So please, let us dance together into the abyss. Woo! That's no fun. I wonder if I'll eventually run out of space. I honestly was hoping that I could just, you know, not have to hit her. Oh! That sucks. Okay, now a full-blown fighter. Oh, that's not cool. Not a fan of that. Oh, look, diagonal shots. Not cool. All right. Let's go. Anchors? Yeah, but I'm afraid that these anchors are going to actually... So the fire rebuilds. Huh. I use one charged. Got it. Shovel Knight? Is this a game about being a grave robber? Sort of. Catcher. I'm coming! You caught me. If only I had known, I would have come sooner. You knew I was still there, even though it seemed hopeless. You never gave up on me. I will never give up on you. I will follow you to the end of the world. It appears that maybe you have. What's happening? Oh no. When the amulet shattered, the magic within it was released. It's already gathering. It will escape and wreak havoc on everything. Unless we stop it. Unless we stop it. We can destroy it for good. Here and now. But we're both weak from battle. I've never been more ready. Come on, Shovel Knight. Let's fight together, like old times. Now, stay close to me.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so that's how it works. I get it, but I can't. Okay, I understand the concept. Okay, she's... Yeah. What I'm trying to figure out is like, okay, I understand. Like, okay. I understand what the game is telling me to do. I'm just not doing it. Does she need to be down one? Like down this one? Yeah, because like I get jump on the shield and smack the enemy in the face. I got it. Hi, Hogue. Yeah, I mean, once I figure out how to get on the shield, it's game over. Hogue, how you doing, buddy? What's good? Also, congrats on Dark Souls 3. I took a sip of water that I was sitting in my car. Had been in the same exact temperature as my mouth because I thought it was empty. Didn't feel any water. I opened my mouth. It all fell out. That's a trip. Hold on. Okay, I literally don't know what else. Oh, for crying out loud. I'm an idiot. Wow. Okay. Next attempt. It's dead. Whoop. Okay. Yeah, now that I got this, I cannot believe that it took me that long to figure out.
Oh yeah, press down.
You know, the core mechanic in the game.
Ease. Yeep. Good work. This time it's free, yeah, right? Now. Whoa, okay. All right, Sigma. Oh, this is bad. Ah, you're over there. Woo! Boom. Sigmom. Nice. It's over, Shovel Knight. This place is falling apart. We have to get out of here. Let's go. I didn't even get to read that line. Shield Knight! Black Knight, thank goodness you're here. Shovel Knight is wounded. Take him and get outside. No, I can't leave you behind. How will you escape? This magic is too strong. I can't hold out much longer. Run! You can't deflect it. It will tear you apart. I'm so happy I got to see you both. One last time. Shield Knight! No! Take Shovel Knight! Save him! Promise me you'll save him! No! It's like Mom used self-destruct. Hi, Mika. Everyone gathering to watch. Is that Night Night? It is Night Night. You guys been watching Xena? Nice. Swings a knight around as a weapon. Or takes a lot of naps. Oh, look, the triple pond. Oh, the fish. Does Xena hold up? I'm afraid to watch it in case it doesn't. The secret is frying pan. The Excalibur. Spectre Knight. I really liked this boss fight. Road of Excalibur. I love it. Oh, are you serious? Hold on. After this is over, I gotta show you something cool. What's that? Like Knight. This was a fun level. Trippy, but fun. Advanced potion class. Nice. Mole Knight. It's very Undertale. Undertale is on the list. Wandering Travelers. Those things are called Wandering Travelers. They turn into mush and slash at you up close. I don't know. Oh, all those guys. How fast they move and how fast their legs. I mean, it's hurting my brain. Tinker Knight.
Great boss. That was, as far as like looks go, this was probably my favorite boss. Was Tinker Knight. I loved the two phases. Polar Night was like Southern Winter versus, you know, Northern Winter.
And I'm still alone. Safe at last.
Wrong voice.
I kept my promise, Shield Knight. Rest well, Shovel Knight, until we meet again.
You might say those bosses are polar opposite.
Shovel of Hope.
That was fun. That was a really fun game. Oh, ready for this? Oh,
But wait, there's more.
she's not dead! Until she dies, like, right in your arms. Falls into the fire. Aww. That's kind of cute. Is it because I caught her every single time? This Melania's origin story? The end. Oh, that's kind of, I like that ending. That was cute. Yacht Club Games. Xena has held up for far more than its source series of Hercules and Legendary Journeys. Wow, 2 days? New Game Plus is available. New quest awaits. Select a completed Shovel Knight profile to begin. Sharpen thy shovel with new Shovel Knight challenges. Select challenge mode to begin. No, it's Father Gascoigne. Challenge mode. I just want to see what it is real quick. Fogbound? No. Hunter is a hunter, even with a shovel. So New Game Plus. I unlocked everything. But you know, I wonder ST. Sure. Opposite. Test easy. Dig in. Female Shovel Knight. I actually really like... Dang, the female armor looks good. I actually like it... Okay, here's what's sad. I think it looks better than the dudes.
You said Dusty's.
Can I delete? Saves? Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and body swap. Yeah, that looks good, honestly. The smaller horns and the... Yeah, that looks really good. So this is supposed to be the lady version of Shovel Knight. And I kind of like the way it looks better, which is weird because I typically don't. It does look good, but unfortunately doesn't look like a horse where I know. Is that better? Cole? Shining, shimmering, splendid. It's not bad, actually. I don't know if it catches up to that horse. Yeah, silver does look pretty fantastic. I wonder what that means. You love horses? Oh, it's just the dude. I don't understand the double. Okay. Hey, fella, why the long face? Maybe popular car colors. Because this is what you start out as. And then I immediately bought the black one. Or no, I immediately bought the red one. This was the first one I bought. Bearded, hey buddy! Then I bought the black, but the black one is the one I like the best as far as like what it does. Bearded, how was the stream, buddy? You actually got here just in time. How was your Baldur's Gate 3 experience? Oh man, that was a really fun game. No, Cass, it was really fun. Take the red one. Red is faster. Well, I already beat the game, Nobunaga. It was so good. That was so much fun. I was kind of hoping I could play as other knights. Baldur's Gate 3 is a must-buy. Well, the red one means I drop half the gold when I die. But yes, welcome in, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's actually 10:05, but you know what that means. You know what that means. Ta-da! Review time. And we gotta do this. 7:05 for me. Yep. It's that time. Review. Okay. So, this may be blasphemy for some people, but I'm actually going to rate this game higher than I did Breath of the Wild. Portugal has to wait 3 hours for the review. Yep. Sorry, doing all those different voices kind of... Ooh, there we go. Now I can talk. That took it out of me. So, honestly, I have nothing bad to say about Shovel Knight. For me, this game is dang near perfect. Literally, there's nothing to say that's bad. It's such a great freaking game. I enjoyed every part of it. If you like any part of retro gaming, platforming, Metroidvania stuff, buy it. Absolutely buy it. The game is just the story was okay. Was it super amazing? Blew my doors off? No, but was it solid and it fit the game? Yes. The exploration was good. They had plenty of secrets in places that made sense. The characters interacted. They had good things for you to do on the side, like the little mini games of the bouncing game in the secret room. The way you can choose how hard the game is by upgrading or not upgrading your health or not upgrading your magic. You can choose all those things you want to do. You set your own difficulty. Fantastic. Controls 10 out of 10. Perfect 10. Everything felt smooth, super responsive. Great. The boss fights were super fun. There wasn't a single boss fight that I was like, I hate this. This sucks. This is not fun to fight. No, every single one of them, from the first boss to the very last boss, I enjoyed it. I didn't like the floor falling out in the very last boss. And I couldn't believe how long it took me to figure out to, I don't know, press down and bounce off Shovel Knight like you do with Pogo on every other boss I've done. Yeah, I felt pretty dumb on that one. But that's my fault, not the game. But yeah, honestly, this is a near perfect game for me. I really enjoyed playing it. The length was just the right amount of time. The 2 days that I did for streaming, so I beat the game in like 5 hours, something like that, 5, 6, whatever it is. I really enjoy it. This is a must, I think, for people who like platformers. Did you get the treasure trove version of Shovel Knight? I have Shovel of Hope. If that means anything. I'm sorry, Bliss, take it away. Oh, Crim, did you hear that heavy metal music-based game coming out? I forgot the name, but it seems like combat is based off cadence of each boss's original tune they play. I know that there's bullets per minute, and they made another game. Oh gosh, what was it? I forget the name of it. You can get the whole treasure trove version of Shovel Knight for 24 or less. What's the treasure trove version? Let me look here real quick. Store page. You get 3 other story modes? So it has Shovel Knight Showdown, and it has King of Cards. Oh, that's a standalone bundle. Plague Knight. Oh, that's awesome. Music from the game. Yeah, I just have Shovel of Hope. Hold on, running review real quick. Okay, there we go. And they play totally different. I will look at that, Tug. I'll check it out. It's really cool. I love Shovel Knight. I may or may not have bought it more than once. I can see why. The game is super freaking fun. Oh. Anyway. So, guys, I would normally go a little bit longer. You know, it's just after 10 here. But AZ Collins is actually coming back to streaming, and he's doing a music stream right now. And if you guys would be so kind as to join me in rating Collins, I would really appreciate that. But before we go, thank you guys. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being here tonight. I really appreciate any and all time that you give me. I mean, it's kind of fantastic how we can play a game and people show up to listen to us and watch us. It's kind of a weird phenomenon, but I really appreciate it. Now, wait! I have an announcement. Yes, Shuma. You're very welcome, Turtle. And Cole, I honestly wish I was here. Cass, you are here. I love having you guys here. Like it I know I've said this probably several hundred times, but you guys make the stream better. You guys being here, it's so much more fun. The more active things are, it's great. It's kind of addicting. I'm not gonna lie. The feeling of having people involved with you. The truth behind it is there is kind of a streamer high that comes off from playing and interacting with people. It's like, oh man, people are choosing to hang out with me. That kind of carries that weight. But not only that, there's the I get the opportunity to do these things, and I really appreciate the fact that you guys come and hang out. I want to know that each of you is appreciated, and to please be careful in this heat. Shuma, will do. Super pumped that another person could experience the out-of-body experience of retro-inspired gaming like that is Shovel Knight. Tug, I enjoy platformers. Like, I played through... I accidentally closed Steam. Dang it. Just some... Okay, here's a few titles before we do the raid. So I played Panzer Paladin. I've done Shovel Knight. I've done Agilos. I've done Astalon, Tears of the Earth. These are like semi-recent. I still wish I had the VODs to upload those to YouTube. I just was too dumb to think about it. So YouTube does have my playthroughs of stuff now, but not a lot. I only started doing it since Breath of the Wild, so sorry, guys. See, what else did I have? Dust and Elysian Tale. I've done Hollow Knight. I didn't do Mighty Gunvolt on stream. That's an older game that I've had for years. I already said Panzer Paladin. I've done Salt and Sacrifice and Salt and Sanctuary a long time ago. But yeah, I don't have a problem with doing any kind of retro-esque game. I don't mind at all. Panzer Paladin was the first game I ever streamed. I burned those VODs. Oh man, I loved that game. I thoroughly enjoyed Panzer Paladin. Mighty Gunvolt Burst is amazing too. Mega Man, but not Mega Man. I actually have the Mighty Number 9 t-shirt because I was a backer for it. Did Hollow Knight with mouse and keyboard and had to get a new keyboard afterwards. Send me a TikTok. I'll check it out, Cole. Stream is always better with peeps. A stream without peeps is just called a YouTube video. Oh, thanks, Cole. I was a Mighty Number 9 back to... Not... Okay, I will not say it's a scam. I will play that game on stream if I have to. The game was not terrible, but the game was also not great. It had a lot of potential that just didn't deliver. Okay, so I give games that I think that are really good, like 8s and 9s. If it gets a 10, it's pretty phenomenal. Like, even Ace Combat. Like, I loved Ace Combat and Project Wingman. I still didn't give them 10s. But I bought Mighty Number 9 twice. Wii versions that are trash. Oh, really? I bought the Xbox version. Armored Core 6 is on pre-order. Oh, yeah. Ace Combat 4, love that game. Yeah, I played Ace Combat 7? I know I have Project Wingman on here, and I thoroughly enjoyed those games. Did I play it on console? I thought I played it on computer. Oh well, it is what it is. No, I don't regret backing it. I would, if I knew what I knew now, I would still have backed the game because I still enjoyed playing it. It just was very different, and not in a, oh, this is Mega Man reimagined. Reimagined. It was just different. It was like they try to take Mega Man's skin and just make a different game, which isn't bad. It just very different. It was the rush system was interesting. It really promoted like speed running, but precise speed running. So yeah, it's an okay game. You know, I would just give it like a 5 or a 6. You know, it's not terrible, but it's not amazing. Nothing that's going to be like, wow, this is a must have. Comparing it to Shovel Knight, no, Shovel Knight is like way up here, and you know, yeah. I would say, see, and I also compare games to Battlefield 2 Modern Combat. It's the worst freaking game I've ever played in my life. Yeah, ever. And I'm counting some old games, but so if I can play that game for a couple hours, I can stomach many other games. Anyway, guys, let's go raid Collins. Let's welcome him back to the streaming world. That worst game I've ever finished. Tell you what, we can have that conversation later, but let's raid Collins. Like I said, let's welcome him back into streaming, make him feel very welcome and missed, because he's just a great dude. Also, I hate seeing my face that large on screen. Ugh. I don't have a good raid message though. I don't have a good one to picky with games. I can be. What is that? Sing me a song of the it's Romy. Oh, here we go. Sing me a song, Piano Man, because he plays guitar. Here we go. This will be the raid message tonight. If I can find my own emotes. Aha! There they are. Okay. There's the raid message. Cole has one? Crimson X raids. That's not bad. It's not bad at all. Sing me a song, Crimson Man. I already did. It's called my sub alert. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tonight. I'll see you all Monday. Love you. Mean it.